Haven't been here in a while. I usually use this channel to watch other people's social media as the audience fan of. And I decided to come here, at least today, until my other channel, Foodist Beauty, with radish emoji, builds up more of an audience and I have the numbers more than 50. And I can go live streaming there and do my foodieism connoisseur stuff there. I got my coffee. Doing my mom some stuff, her hot beverage tea. Foods, meatless, Monday. I'm having meatless Monday. I'm not eating anything that's meat, poultry, anything that's animal faced, animal headed, adult. And I'm not having any lamb, and I'm not having any veal. I wouldn't mind having a hamburger, although it's not today. This beef things. We did the same during Active Out Center Mississauga Walkathon this year, October 27. The egg and cheese McMuffins I received both had ham. I removed the ham. I did not eat the ham. I'm not eating ham today. Sometimes a child and or adult child parent died, and the adult child could often wish, things were different and that the father lived instead of dead died. Doesn't change history, doesn't change that history, geography, financially. It's just, bouquets, graves, all that stuff. I haven't been to my father's grave in a long time. Long, long time. And I love pets, parenting, getting all that emotional support from every one of them. Although when they get sick, and they get sicker, and they are suffering, bleeding, etc., suffering, that awful word emerges, euthanasia, and that decision. And I can still see my pussycat putting his head down the very last time, alive, dying, dead, instead of nature happened. Today's one of those days. I like to, it's another reason and or excuse I like to do my Meatless Mondays. It's my celebration of faith very much more than all the other days. I'm not a hater, although I hate witnessing animals and botany and pets for a baby suffering. Other people. And there's lots of evidence that wasn't me. But my cat had a sore bum and everything, an itchy bum thing that kept happening. And when he rubbed on the floor, I'm like, oh, you poor, you feel, oh, it must hurt. Let me make it better. And veterinarians and I agreed that some massages make my cat feel better. And I used to put a surgical cone around his head post surgery, sort of like the flower thing on his, so that did he want to love bite? My cat could not love bite me, and many times he would look at himself and he would want me to do it more. He just fell in love with himself. I use very little lubricant to massage on the outside, not inside, just the outside. Just wanted to make my cat feel better. And some of the side effects, all that stuff didn't make him feel well. Diarrhea. And in the end, blood, bleeding. I don't want to talk about it anymore. I just want to have this Monday. I'm just letting you know it wasn't me. None of it was me. Anything and everything I was accused of, I'm not guilty. I didn't do it. Us Bellicists did not did it. We did not do that. And all on securities cameras, all on should, can, could be, must meet. All those other people, all show and tell, showed and told, and shows and tells. All that all happened, all outside my front door, all outside my front door handle, off and on and off. My door handles, my doors, windows. Wasn't me. Wasn't us. It was themselves and or somebody else, although not us. I saw some of it happening during, and then I witnessed it after we saw it, and I was like, oh, that's so not allowed. If I can't decorate my front door Christmas, Halloween, Easter, etc., what makes them, able to did that? The police came and said, show and tell corporation, because it's not allowed, and report any physical contact, verbal contact, trust more if you feel in danger. I'm like, do you see that? That's not any celebration that's allowed in Canada. Not ever. I vlogged it. I community posted it on community post pages. I showed and told we're not guilty. And then one day, because I do my research, I was allowed to verbally confront that other person, one of them, and, and tell them to stop. Leave us alone. We don't want to know you. Don't come back. Keep away. No means no. Stop means stop. And he lied and said it was all our fault and that he reported. I'm like, there's a security camera. There's cameras out in the hallway, on common area, public, outside front doors, residential. You're a liar. You're a liar and all that. And all the other stuff you did, internet, Wi-Fi, social media, etc. You're a liar. You did it yourselves. And other people, others were there, not me, not us. And the police came because I reported them. I was to the police, asked, go get the securities cameras, footages, surveillance, all on, all securities cameras, all on, all those recordings, all those photos of. That's all evidence. We are not liars. We are not lying. We are not guilty. All factual. All other times before, too. And all other times, all since, too. Wasn't us. I mean, they even, one and more person there spoke to our staff. My maids didn't like it. Cleaning person's professional. My mom's staff didn't like it. Nobody liked to be interfered with. It was not any other resident's business. Concerns, issues with their enjoyment and comforts where they were residing in their own spaces, own apartments. Not my space, my apartment. Before, too, 13, elsewhere. Oh, the number 13. And here, too, it's not any of their, I mean, they're obsessed with and or without compulsive, and they have delusions of grandeur, grandiose delusional, delusions of power. And any relationship issues, they're erotomanic delusional and afraid of us, Bellises themselves instead persecutory delusional, doors and windows and all elsewhere. My mom is a senior, allegedly. I'm semi-retired, factual. Why do they have to be so nosy about why we're home lots and or not home lots in any order? It's nothing to do with them. They didn't sections 2A and 2B that they should not, cannot, could not, may not, must not, need not interfered with Asbellus's enjoyments and comforts, home, residential, private property, indoors and windows, walls, ceiling, floors, all that ceilings and everything, where we were before in here. Instead, they created, they made noises, disturbances too loud, and noises, disturbances, and other annoyances all about, all to and all about Asbellus's home and elsewhere in the building's complex, such as outside front doors and door handles, common areas, public places, such as halls, garbage rooms, stairs, elevators, underground parking, lobby, mail rooms, driveway, elsewhere the avenue. Awful, scary. Well, and it doesn't matter their races, creeds, religions, same and or different than us Bellises. I'm not, that's not us Bellises were, are, did, do, and be racist, bigot, discriminatory, discriminations, prejudice, prejudices, and haters, and jealouses, and violent, premeditated, predatory, resentful, harassment, bullying, internet trolling, stalkers. They did it all themselves, and they did it with and or without one and more other person. And with and or without, we reported them to police, corporations, securities guards, should, can, could, may, must, and need, give us privacy and security, privacy and safety, and reported it all to police. All they witnessed, and all on securities cameras, on, all happened. As it's terrifying sometimes, and it's not us that should leave and go away. It's those other people should, can, could, may, must, and need leave, go away, stop coming, and never come back. As police, alleged coroners, paramedics, 911 emergencies personnel, police, other ones such as Peel, Mississauga, should, can, could, may, must, and need, did, does, and do all their jobs titles, all their jobs duties, all their jobs details, all their jobs descriptions. Honestly. That's one of the reasons I'm doing Meatless Monday today. The way I'm doing Meatless Monday today. And I was on my other social media while waiting to build up my other channels because I'm not going to keep hiding my social media. I mean, I've been doing it for years now, part time. And as privacy and safety, and I was misled, misinformed that I should, can, could, may, must, and need, changed all my contact information. And, that reminds me, I have to get a new post office box address. And it said those other people should have been judicially punished, in and out of all courts, jailed, with and or without paroles and or probations, new, without and or with and or without sued, each of those other people. I'm not going to mention names, although if you're an audience member that's been following the online internet in my audience for more than a year now, you know who they are. That they're obviously neurologically impaired and mentally ill themselves instead of us as my mom's vision, my mom hearing, and I wear reading glasses. That's good coffee. Hi. I love your blanket. Thank you. I like the color yellow. I find it's very bright. When my pussycat died, I began liking it more. I remember a budgie, Joey, my budgie Joey, yellow and green, yellow. color's yellow. I like yellow blankets, throw blankets. I have a green one, a lime green one, and this one just, instead of wearing my gown, it's just comfortable, you know? Thank you. And it's not waffle. That's where I'm wearing my lounge set today. I have a tendency that when I don't go out, I wear the same one day in a day. I don't want to get dressed very often. Occasionally, I'll change it a little bit with a hoodie or something. Again, I'm part-time social media, semi-retired work. No offense intended. Sometimes I see your comments all the time. I'm always looking at your comments, the chat area. I don't always mention names and or your titles. I just sometimes, not always. I try to reply to everybody. In Q&A, I try to answer at least one question or more. Which reminds me, if you have a question, I can try and answer. Chat area. Isn't it interesting how some people, lounge wears and naturally aesthetic, with and or without any lips, cosmetics, home. Before it went out, big difference, isn't there? Sometimes it's very subtle, and other times fashions, accessories, cosmetics. Bit of a difference, Don't prejudge me just because I'm this way and that way. Please. Don't be haters. That's too time consuming. Hate. Well, some of it, when I did some research yesterday, word interesting comes to mind. My mind. Interesting. I remain neutral. About all of that. Neutral. I believe, races, creeds, and religions. My religious beliefs. I am sort of a public person. I have been published by others. My races, creeds, religious. I have been public about. And I did some public. I was like showing to, I'm not a bad person. We are not bad others. And I continue doing that sometimes, religious, just not as often because privacy and safety issues, other people, all about us, Bellis's. I don't wear very often unless it's like a thing, active out, like walkathons or some kind of a function or something. When I'm doing social media, I very rarely wear anything that's jewelry nowadays, privacy and safety. Although I do keep these, I like pearls, oysters, allegedly, pearls, factual, and faux, FAUX, fake pearls. I had a bracelet I put aside, my cat alive, Rudy Noel, but because of my pussycat health issues, love bites, etc., pearl scattering if the jewelry broke, not a good thing. So I kept most everything jewelry off of me, away, as safe as I could, because privacy and safety nowadays. I don't wear earrings anymore. I don't wear clip-ons or anything. I do like bracelets and necklaces, and that's the closest one I could find. That was choker. I've, you know, over the years, allegedly we've lost lots of other people. All bad, all purposefully, all not lawfully, all not legally, all not sane, all not competent, and all not employable. Took and took historical, geographical, financial, and financially. And we're always trying to rebuild. Downsizing, I didn't want to get rid of lots, you know. This time too, downsizing, I didn't want to got rid of. I just wanted, village storage. Wanted always to take some with us. I mean, I know furniture doesn't last forever, although I do miss. I do miss that stuff. I do miss all those little trinkets over the years, gifts given. I do like gifts, although I sometimes get very shy and embarrassed, and I don't like to open anything in public anymore, or or in front of other person or people, others, when I do more. Anyways, I'll look at the weather and I'll come back. Temperature outside is -2 and plus after 7 p.m. And today is allegedly November 10, 2025. It's not even December and officially winter according to calendars historically and geographically published. Winter solstice. It's autumn. Wow. Oh. Just to let you know, I'm not Foodie Beauty, my alive, died, dead pussycat, Foodie King Rudy Noel Ellis. I'm not the other Foodie Beauty, the other person, Chantel. I am the Foodist Beauty. Occasionally, I don't call it binge eating, although I try to save myself for 2 days. And when I don't, I love the Halloween. Do you ever get those Halloween boxes of 40 or whatever? Potato chips, the mixed ones, and popcorn. I like that because it's just one of those when, like today, I'm probably going to have like 28 grams or less bag of popcorn. I like my corn. I wish I could get those boxes. 'Cause honestly, I do. I would love to have those boxes all the way through from Halloween, Samhain, all the way to Yule, Christmas, and or somebody around Halloween. That'd make for a good Christmas gift to me. Popcorn bags, potato chip bags, 40/40. Stick a bow on it. The expiry date hopefully extends, you know, longer than Christmas Day, at least maybe a month. Give me time, enough time to eat it all. Month or two that are longer. I do. I like getting that stuff around Halloween. I just haven't tried to extend it to Christmas and beyond. Coffee. Coffee does the body good. Please join me. It's my challenge, my newest. Meatless Mondays. My audience, please. That and Fridays wear pink. Anytime, anywhere. Can you? Off and or on and or off social media. Today is Monday. And usually because of other people lied, falsely accused, falsely alleged us. I do. I like to put health records public, especially mine. Show and tell them they're liars. Grieving is a normality. It's not a mental illness, and sometimes myself, and it's been documented, documents published, more than one others often grieve and need that, you know, in order to get through it. The grieving process. I've done it often on and off my whole life. Grieving takes a toll on me. It's not the mental illness depression, although I've been diagnosed with it before. It's not necessarily depression and anxiety, it's just grieving. And any intellectual and intelligent other person that isn't all that I mentioned earlier should, can, could, may, must, and need understood and understand that and fuck off and stop stalking us, Bellises. Because they're obviously off their own medicines, prescribed prescription that should, can, could, may, must, and need prescribed and prescription to themselves, their doctors. And or the dosages need increased themselves, their doctors. I do believe in traditional medicines, alternative medicines, such as, with and or without vegetarianism, eating less processed foods, less packaged foods, I suppose. Although, sometimes, I like to eat things. I don't eat lots of candies. I'm not a sweet eater. I do like eating some other things instead of, I mean, I've had this since Active Adult Center, Mississauga. Walkathon earlier this year. I did try and ate some because I didn't know I was getting any. I didn't know. And we bought some to have Halloween night because I'm grieving. I did try it, although I didn't eat as many as I planned. And I wasn't sure I was going to be there in person due to my grieving. And October 11, 2025, bus elect seatbelts. I don't know why I mean, I've studied and sure there's issues. It's a bus. Although buses, it could need us and really need all passengers wearing seatbelts and staying seated, just in case there's an abrupt stop. And what happens if the bus does have a worse accident and is reported as accident and it goes on the side or over? You know, I understand water and probable drowning, possible, although when it's on dry land, that would have made me feel a whole lot better because never would have happened had it been seatbelted. I didn't know there were seatbelts. Painful. I didn't go to the hospital because where we were, and I decided, with the help of other people, got me ice and everything. And I don't like ice. I like to put heat on me when I'm hurting. Such as when I had my cat alive, that emotional support, tail, paws, head, all of it. That would have been good heat on my knee, around my knee. And came home. We were humming and hawing about, oh, should I go to the hospital, sit around for hours getting discharged once more? Oh, it's just a bruise. Instead of the staff there, the doctors and nurses did their jobs, duties, jobs descriptions, jobs details, and jobs titles, and gave us proficient, professional, and absolutely needed healthcare system. Referred us back to our alleged family doctors and showed and told us that and had us get referrals and wait around. I mean, it was very painful, and eventually I did. And I in the hospital, I will say that much: staff. Uh, Earlier this year, I had a broken wrist, and the doctors would not document a broken wrist unless it was absolutely broken. I don't care what happened afterwards, although between soft tissue injuries and sprains all happened as a broken wrist. I was casted a little while, and then I was put in a splint that was too small with one of those metal things, and then I got a larger one, and then that was painful because it was broke. It was just painful, and the pain relievers, because I don't like taking anything that's very strong. Alleged opioid. And I was like, I need something else. Give me something else. Please. Give me something else. And they did eventually. And I don't take it as often. I take it less often. Only when I'm desperate. Only when I'm desperate. Right now, I'm resting my leg I'm really resting it. I'm not using it. I'm not even got it fully bent. I have it, my legs stretched out. I'm resting. And my wrist, I wear a thing around it. It's not the best, it's not the worst, although my wrist is less wobbly back, and it does. And I do some exercises, 4 sets of 10, and some walking indoors, physiotherapy like indoor walk, fit chair exercises, wall walkers, sort of stuff. Can't wait to get back to doing anything that's like sit and dance. Just to keep myself moving, you know. I find I can eat practically anything I want to as long as I'm physically active. Reduces my sugar levels, it reduces my cholesterol, it reduces everything. And the reason I like potatoes, I don't eat many bananas and or plantain chips. I don't eat lots of that stuff. Potatoes, there's potassium, sweet potato, all that stuff. And my body needs potassium because I was hospitalized with influenza type A diagnosis. I am. In a minute. Influenza type A. That took me like more than 4 months to get over. All those symptoms, those behaviors, the vomiting, everything. That's not dementia. That's not Alzheimer's. That was natural symptoms and behaviors that celebrity stalker Credit Valley Hospital Dr. Judy Fernando, the liar that she is. I hope she's fired. I hope she does time in jail. It would serve her right. She should have been sued. Actually, her medical license at Dr. Judy Fernandez should have been revoked, unusable anymore. But she's tried it to many patients, and we're not the only family. All the other ones, too. There's more than 4 victims, I'm sure. Go help my mom. Do you like my live stream and or any videos, community posts posted? Please use the like buttons and leave your likes. Thank you. And my tip jar is open. Do you want to give me a tip financially? Thank you. My new is fundraiser too. Walking is very good for these. That does everything. Walking. I strongly believe walking. Any doctor that's ever showed and told me not to walk, lied. It doesn't have to be long distances. It could be just short distances. Walking. Intermittent. I strongly believe intermittent walking. More than I ever did before. Intermittent walking. Intermittent. It's better than very much anything. I really like it. I've seen compact treadmill things that could slide under out of beds. I was like, oh, I want one of those. Oh. played this happen before, but I've already started Dixie Building Boulevard, whatever nursing homes, retirement homes, and the graveyard, graves, Brantford Road East, and Dixie Road. All that pre-existed. It wasn't me. It wasn't my fault. It wasn't my Bellis's fault. Other residents and visitors use the word crazy. Used the word crazy all about us, themselves instead. The first food I ate today, daylight. Mm. Mm. My mom is going to eat them too. I hope the eye damage that occurred to my mom's eyes is properly and professionally diagnosed, health cared. My mom doesn't go completely blind. I never wanted that. My mom. Blind. With and or without those optometrists and the specialists of any kind, doctors off and on, as often on and off my social media, our social media, including off Facebook and Instagram, etc. Mississauga Senior Citizen Center, 1389 Cawthra Road, and Square One Older Adult Center and Active Adult Center in Mississauga. Forecasted this my freezer and see what else there is that can have is food. 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 What? No, Brazil nut. You're welcome. Enjoy. Make you feel better. Lots. See what is there. Nice, of course. Got some spinach and artichoke bites. Got some veggie patties. I might have a veggie patty later. Acacias. A vegetarian. Spinach and Parmesan cheese. And I have a bigger one here. Rustic vegetable. Have that another day. Potato veggies. Oh, this is potato veggies too. That'd be good. Good. Have a little quiche. Preheat oven. Oh, that's pretty good. And make myself a new hot beverage. I love these disposable things. You can use them for a few times at a push. It's easier than we need to clean. Even though it looks grimy and everything, they have been cleaned and with soap and water. And sometimes that aluminum foil or paper sheet stuff, not wax paper, the other stuff I like to use because it's lighter, weighs less than a pound. It's easier for me to like clean out of the oven. My oven. So we're gonna have some French fries. Potato wedges. I might have something to eat before we'll wait. I don't like these. Those make some fish fries for the fellow. sausage rolls. I can't find any.
You want my sausage roll?
Yeah, I can't find any.
Oh well, come on, fries will do, you know. That's fine.
And I've got my veggie tots. We'll do them. I'll finish them off. There's not lots. And you're serving of these. 4 pieces per serving. That's all there is. For these garlics. They later maybe have a quiche with my mom. I should make have some quiche maybe once it's flawed. It's vegetarian. I know some health and fitness, alleged health and fitness, other people disapprove because they think it's, they believe that they showed and told it processed. And I have some drink with mine. Once the temperature is fully reheated, cook for 15 minutes. A simple, cozy kitchen. Or simple, cozy, the kitchen witchery is supposed to be. How's your Brazil nut, Mom? Mom? How's your Brazil nut? Oh, I ate mine. It was really good. And when I do exercises of any and all kinds, all types, I'm not one to always take a water break. I prefer caffeine. Maybe because I'm a sinus bradycardia diagnosed. That's not chronic. And as the caffeine takes away the sinus bradycardia, sort of. I've been up to the highest I've gone up and stayed is 60s and 70s. That's normal. When it goes below 50, I'm like, caffeine. I like to have caffeinated teas. When I'm eating lots, I'm going to have one because I've ate a little bit. I might eat something else while I'm waiting. Although, I could just have a piece of quiche later. There. Meatless Monday. I like the little quiche. It looks really appetizing because I could even have a bit of something with it, such as maybe a piece of celery. I'll most definitely love that. I'm a strong believer sometimes fasting. You know, sometimes I like to fast between foods more than uh 12 hours. And then I like to start off with a small meal and or snack. Like I said, biscotti, some nuts, maybe just one. Mom, do you want more tea?
This. Every while.
Okay. So today, since eating nuts, we're having potatoes, cauliflower, spinach and artichoke. And later, raw radish is and quiche and condiments. Meatless Monday, vegetarian. And I haven't ate anything. I ate my raw radish and raw celery condiment. I ate nothing until I ate my Brazil nut. Awesome. That's not me supporting an ED of any kind and or did an ED of any kind and or doing an ED of any kind, because once you see my plate of foods, you'll see that I am not got an ED. I have not got an ED eating disorder whatsoever. I'm just a very light eater when I first get up. Nowadays, I just don't have much in the way of an appetite. Could be because of pain, as I mentioned, my knee and just below my knee. Wrist, forearm here, my hand here. More than this one. Wanted to wear necklaces a while there. I could even do the clasps myself. When I do bracelets, I don't, well, I do like, although I can't wear the ones with clasps. I have to wear the ones that can slide on and off. I don't even know what time it is. What time is it? Oh, no wonder I'm hungry. Oh. That's the time in winter. So it's from 1 to 1 at like 12. So I'm in my 13 and 14 hour before I'm eating more, since I ate my Brazil nut and raw radish and raw celery. Food is beauty. Use the chat area. Give me an idea. What's the best salt you would suggest I eat as a condiment? I don't really use iodine salt, whatever it's called. You know, that white salt. Unless I'm out and that's the only salt available. That's when I have it. At home, I don't do that anymore. When I'm cooking, I like to use sea salt, and when I'm not cooking, I like to use pink salt, you know, that alleged Himalayan salt, Not because I'm an animal hater, Himalayan cats or anything. It's just because it's good for me. Keeps me going. I find the other salt, that iodized stuff, caused me caused me to be more puffy. I look swollen. I always looked like I was retaining more water everywhere. Whereas if I have some pink salt, when I had some pink salt, I didn't look as bad. Not very. Oh, it sounds like some construction is going on. It sounds like some construction is going on out in the hallway outside front doors. Common area, public, and or in another apartment. Wow. Amazing. Maintenance.
The Brazil nut was very good.
Brazil nut.
That's what I said. The Brazil nut was very good.
I heard you. Mind you, the meal I watched earlier today, the foods, it's condiments, another person made video of. Oh. I'm thinking, a basket and French fries. Like you get in a restaurant, some of them, and or bar and grill kind of thing. You could get a basket of French fries and some other finger foods and some veggie sticks like celeries and carrots, cucumbers and stuff. And uh, yeah, without chicken pieces, like chicken wings. I think it's funny sometimes that you know, there are places call them chicken wings when sometimes they look like little chicken like things. They look like the size of Cornish hens sometimes. They did, they look that sweet. At all times, any corporation, securities guards, and or corporation allegedly suspended and or exposed and or expelled privacy and safety. That's not allowed. That's not possibly, not probably lawful, legal,
My teeth finished. It was very good.
sane, competent, employable themselves, employers, and they should yes,
And my teeth good. It was very, very good.
they should, the corporations and securities guards should, can, could, may, must any judiciary punishments, jailed with and or without paroles and or probations each. without and with and or without suit, each of them, because that's attempted manslaughter and or attempted murder instead of doing judiciary, law enforcement's. And others too witnessed, and others should, can, could, may, must, and need, shown tell, and shown told, and shows and tells all happened as, and that the victim should not, cannot, could not, may not, must not, and need not, as well as this leave here, just because of those other people did not their themselves jobs, titles, jobs, duties, jobs, details, and jobs descriptions. All before, all during, all later, and all since February 24, 2025, and all other times. All happened as. Include all names the corporation used, alleged work, maintenance, and repairs, and all other staff. Alleged. All factual. All alleged. All factual. All happened as. Including all times they tried to hid themselves from one and more residents, be it a notice and or by mail and or email, and were themselves off and on and off internet, Wi-Fi, social media, and virtuals. So one thing I liked about those three centers, those two centers, Square One Older Adult Center and Active Adult Center Mississauga, their bingos, games. When I wasn't working there and my mom wanted to play bingo there, it was fun because I could play bingo too. I mean, it was frugal. It wasn't the cheapest, although frugal, because they did increase the prices. Although, fun, fun, fun. And heaven forbid they stop those customers, others, and myself, foods. It's not binge eating, it's foods. And I don't consider bingo. The only thing I like to eat, I don't mind veggie chips, those, and popcorn. I'm not there to eat healthy. I'm there to have some fun. It's like a party amongst other customers, acquaintances, friends, family. Fun. And some prizes too, if and when. My mom and my mom played, I helped my mom play cards, although for my mom to do it herself with and or without it or with a magnifying glass, she would have to play less, although she should, can, could, may, must, and need continues played bingo. I don't know that it will ever return there, although privacy and safety, I'm not going to show and tell until since maybe since maybe another vlog, maybe not. Maybe I'll just live stream when I'm home, and or do a premiere and or video. Never know. Stay tuned. Find out. With high iron, ferritin levels can happen, happen, aches and pains. Considering the pains I've had of recent, I find having that and some caffeine does take away some pains. All those wounds, injuries all happened to me. All names, all who, what, where, and might, how. somehow happened. And biotin. I like my biotin. Today I'm having meatless biotin. Well, I don't know that the other one is meatless or anything. It's just helps to maintain health of hair and skin. Helps us support nail strength. Mm. Ah, that's good. That's hot. I was gonna have another coffee. I can wait till later. Time is wearing on. It's rest day. It's one of the first things I like to do most days now is walk. Once I'm up after resting, I like to walk more than 200 steps, less than 2,000 steps walking. And that's easily done. I mean, I don't have to do it in one spot. There's more than one, two, 5 rooms. Just have to walk to and from. To, at, on, and out from, and by. And it's all done. With, after I thought I'd go outside more. Urban living. Well, any questions you want to ask me? Not any. When I finish doing this live stream, come over onto my Buddhist Beauty with radish emoji, like my mukbangs there, and or subscribe. And you can use my tip jar, leave me a tip to add on in my tip jar. I can collect later, since I'll please come join me over there, Buddhist Beauty, and my radish emoji there. One thing I've learned about being a pet's parent, appliances, never leave them open Always keep aware 24/7. Never keep them open. Not dishwasher, oven, anything. Washer, dryer. Always keep them closed. Securely keep your securely keep pets in a separate room during during oh. Yeah, I know. I was resting lots. I know. Cauliflower might even work to eat. Oh, this is gonna be good. Oh yes, very good. Mm. 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 Tastes better than it looks. Like a piece of that, at least a bite. Mm. Good. Have a nice day.